and world peace. So let's put all this together. The rapture happens. Approximately 750 million people are taken from the earth. What is Satan going to do? Say, oh boy, sorry people, you missed the rapture. The Bible's true. Too bad for you. Right? No, he's going to say, rapture? I don't know what you're talking about. It was the aliens that took everybody. And how is he going to prove that? Well, think about, when the time of the rapture happens, all those demons that have been posing as these UFOs, these white lights, and maybe you've seen them on YouTube or some other place, I'd encourage you to go and look. There's lots and lots of evidence of where there are these bright lights up in the sky. They're not weather balloons. They're not clouds. They're not helicopters. People are smarter than that. But they're these lights that are moving quickly. Ronald Reagan saw something. All these people have seen something. The astronauts have seen something. These lights up there, and they're all, I believe they're all going to manifest at the same time. They're going to kind of let their lights shine so the world can see them and say, aha, it really is the aliens. And then here comes the Antichrist. Now he's not going to tell everybody, oh yes, here I am, I'm the Antichrist, and I'm a I'm the genetic son of Satan. Pleased to meet you. No, he's going to come and he's say, I am the leader of those aliens. We've come, we're your space brothers, because after all, we dropped off your DNA millions of years ago. That's what's called directed panspermia. First cooked up by Hoyle, who thought of it, and also reiterated by Crick, who was the co-discoverer of DNA. Because they have realized that DNA is so complex that it does not just happen. Information doesn't just happen. You've got to have some kind of originator. So he shows up, and he says, we're your space brothers. We dropped off your DNA. We've been watching you guys, and we're here in your time of greatest trial. We're going to help you get through it. There are times of great cataclysms coming upon the world. There are going to be earthquakes and all kinds of stuff. But we've got hope. And guess what? We've got something we think you're going to like that's going to really help you get through it. It's called this Mark of the Beast. But again, it's not going to be called the Mark of the Beast. No idiot's going to take that. Oh, is that the Mark of the Beast? Thank you. No. They're going to come. Remember, these are our space brothers. They're aliens. They're not demons. Remember, this is a strong delusion, Scripture tells us. God's going to give them over to a strong delusion. It's a really good one. Satan has just an incredible plan. I mean, you got to give him, a little bit of, wow, that's quite a plan you came up with. Thankfully, we have the guy that has the better plan, Jesus Christ. But still, he has this incredibly good story. And he tells everybody, what we're going to do is we're going to allow you to evolve a bit faster. You're interested in all this transhumanist stuff. You want to mix yourself with animals. It's, take it or leave it. We've got the plan for you. We'll give you our DNA. So now the Antichrist takes his own upgraded DNA, which is, of course, a hybridization between him and Satan. He takes it, he replicates it, makes it available to the world. Maybe they'll inject it through vaccines or something. I don't know what the method will be. But again, it's recombinant DNA. And now this hybrid strain is made available to people. And people take it. Why would they do that? Well, because they're being promised immortality. They're being promised superpowers. They're going to be clairvoyant. They'll have powers to withstand all the cataclysms that are coming upon the world. If you take this, these things aren't going to hurt you. So here you go. And the mark itself, the mark of the beast, I believe is just going to be a proof of purchase. Yes, I really did get the upgrade, and here's what to show it. Now, Revelation chapter 9 tells us that men will seek death, but they will not find it. Now come on, you can throw yourself off a bridge and die, right? It can't be that hard to kill yourself. But if you have upgraded or downgraded your DNA to be part demon, and you've actually obtained immortality, now you can't die. You'd like to, but you're not able to die in the old-fashioned sense because you've changed your very source code. And so those people have obtained, in a sense, what they were looking for. And also, they're no longer redeemable. You know, if it's simply a computer chip, just take the thing out, right? I mean, is that going to truly send you to hell? A computer chip? No. It's a fundamental change in their DNA. So, this was the first idea suggested by Nita Horn, the idea of the mark of the beast. And what we see now is we have two paths that are offered to the world. The mark of the beast, which is an imitation of what the Lord wants to do. The Lord, He's going to restore us spiritually and genetically, and we're going to be like Him. We'll be in His image, we'll be conformed to His glorious body, that we will have God's seed in us. But by Satan giving his genetic material to the beast, who replaces Jesus, and then the beast offering or forcing all to take his altered genetic material, Satan will be imitating our salvation in a sense. And of course, we've seen this all in the movies, the New Age. It's all about getting that new body of light. But the Lord wants to give us the real thing. And Satan wants to give the counterfeit. So some 2,000 years after the true incarnation and 6,000 years after the fall of the man in the garden, Satan, the serpent, will have fulfilled the prophecy that God spoke to him of the enmity between his seed and her seed. Having his own seed mingled with the son of Adam, and with today's technology, Satan can finally try to replicate his own seed in every last person on the planet. If he can accomplish this, then perhaps his own fate can be averted. Perhaps he can succeed in his war to destroy the image of God genetically contained in man. But Jesus tells us this. He says, constantly be on your guard, that your hearts may not be loaded down with self-indulgence, drunkenness, and the worries of this life, or that day will surprise you like a trap. For it will come upon all who live on the face of the earth. So be alert at all times, praying that you may have strength to escape all these things that are going to take place, and to take your stand in the presence of the Son of Man. I encourage you, invite you to go to my website. You can leave your comments there. I'll also take them tonight if you're interested. I've got some other articles, and if you're interested, my book is in the back. Thank you very much.
DNA.
Okay.
Why would someone want a chip inside of them?
Here's the scenario. Let's say there's a war, upcoming war in the Middle East, and we see some sort of a nuclear holocaust. Remember, this is just a scenario, okay? So we see a nuclear event in the Middle East, perhaps in this country, and all of a sudden, mile-wide UFOs begin to manifest, begin to appear all over this planet. How is that going to affect everyone? But they'll come with two things. They'll come with a free energy source, and they will come with a chip, and this goes right back into what Matthew 24 states. They will come with this implant, which when you take it, will bring you into, as a member of the New World Order, okay? And when they scan this thing, not only will it have its medical records, but it will change and correct your DNA. That's what we'll be told.
So in other words, you'll live longer, I
You'll
guess.
live to 500 years disease-free.
Ooh.
All this.
So who's going to say no? Only someone that knows the Lord.
Exactly.
Only. And you can see why they'd be enemies of the
Absolutely.
of the
We'd
world.
be looked at as Neanderthals. How can you possibly believe in this ridiculous mythos of a Judeo-Christian God? Why not just take this mark and live disease-free for 500 years? It sounds like a great deal. And I've held it in my hand, and this is what I think is coming, and it's the only thing which fulfills all that criteria which we just spoke about that's found